Hello, James here. Hope you guys doing okay. Uh, still, still coming over this thing. But I'm going to do a segment on on another segment about women. But my question is, when it comes to black women and certain other women, when they pick a man, why is it that they don't pick the right man by his character? Case in point, I'm about to show you a couple videos about this was happened about a week ago, where this guy was name was Nick Fuentes, and these black women showed up on the channel with on the fashion front, the Fresh and Fit show, and the guys are racist. Here's what I'm talking about.
Sauron and your dad, a bad thing or a
and
great
they sitting on a racist person's lap.
The most badass card
I don't
to have.
get this.
So Nick Fuentes, a 24-year-old white supremacist, went on, and let me say something. I thought he was a lot older than that, just to keep it real with y'all. 24 years old, he looks like maybe he's 44, but I don't know. I digress. So he went on to the clown show called Fresh and Fit, who are comprised of two, I loosely want to call them brothers, but that's what they appear to be, where they, I guess, are part of the manosphere, and they, talk about relationships, and specifically talk about how they dislike women to some degree. Okay, I'm probably not getting it right, but y'all get the gist. Anyway, Nick Fuentes went on the show, and he was surrounded by a bunch of what appeared to be black women. And somehow the conversation of him saying the N-word came up, and they were spurring him on. You can do it, Nick. Go ahead. And y'all just watch it. Of course, we don't bleep out the N-word, but check it out.
Come on, man. What you saying?
What you got?
You want me to say it?
Come on, Nick. What you got?
All right.
So as you saw there, he said it. He said it. You're not going to punch me in the face or anything. Now, had I been there, I'd be like, yes. Twice. You're going to get punched in the face at least twice. But they said no. So I'm confused because I'm from the generation of, at least when somebody white, now I know he's supposed to be Hispanic or something, but he tries to be white. When somebody white called you the N-word, they was doing it from a car that was going by very fast, right? They didn't stand in your face or even in the same room and call you that. They knew better, right? Because they knew they was going to catch a bad one if they did that. But here we are in 2023 where so-called black people are saying, yeah, go ahead and say it. It's okay, Nick. Go ahead and say it. Like, why is that okay? When did we as black people, and I'm not saying us, but those black people, when did it become okay to sit amongst the oppressor and beg them to say that word in your presence? Well, what is going on here? Now, Fresh and Fit, they're clowns, so, that anything goes with them. They're sniggling like little teenage girls themselves as that word was being thrown about by that white supremacist. But I don't know, maybe y'all can help me out. When did that become okay? Because I'm going to let y'all know that is not okay with me, and it will never be okay with me. And I want to let y'all, white people out there, and Hispanics, and anybody else that think you should be able to use that word freely around us, do it with caution. Because, as he said, y'all gonna punch me in the face, and they said no. Y'all won't even be able to ask that question fast enough before you get punched in the face. But I'm not, inciting violence. I'm just saying, hypothetically. So y'all tell me what you think of this. And for more,
brothers, we've hit the mainstream, bro. We've hit the mainstream. We've gone from the underground to the mainstream. We are officially certified anthropologists. Now let's continue. I got an excellent video for y'all today. Take a look up on the screen. As you can see, It's a black woman right here standing in front of the red, black, and green. You already know what it is, you know. Pro-black female, black fist up in the air. Afrocentric black female. What I told y'all about them Afrocentric black female, what I told y'all to do, I told you stay away from the Afrocentric black female. Now let's continue, man. We're going to talk about it, bro. Now today, the white women have responded. The white women have had enough. The white women have had enough of the pro-black female sitting up talking mess, talking hot garbage, you know, talking about, oh, white women is this and that, white women is this and that, white people this and that. Meanwhile, you trying to date the white woman's son. Meanwhile, you trying to date the white woman's brother. But you got so much to say about white women and white people. Oh yes, the white women have come out to play. Yes, the white women came for that smoke. The white women want that smoke. Oh my goodness, let's get it. Now, the lady that I have up on the screen, she runs a TikTok. She owns a TikTok, not a TikTok, a Twitter that has 2.3 million followers. And she decided to use her platform to expose the contradictory pro-black female archetype that I discussed in my video the other day, the 25 types of pro-blacks. Now, going back to the female at hand, take a look up on the screen. As you can see, you know, up in the street, you know, protesting for black liberation in front of the white man with the bullhorn, giving the white man a piece of her mind, telling the white man what it is. Yeah. Now, this lady has gone viral for this clip, this old clip that was dug up from a couple years ago, right? The white lady that I spoke about earlier, she dug up a clip of this woman, you know, basically talking about how white people is this and that, white people is this and that, white people is this and that, and come to find out, she dating a white man, and the white woman exposed her. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna run the footage, and I'm gonna come back with my commentary. Let's go.
Okay, this isn't like full shade towards you. I just see a lot of comments like this, and this was the most recent one, so I'm just responding to this one. When white people say like this, it isn't the serve they think it is. Like, you're a part of the problem, fix your people, bro. Like, when white people are like, I'm white, and white people do suck. Yeah, you're probably a part of those said white people, so do something about it. The fuck? Also, I hate when white people try to validate me. Like, they're literally like, I'm white, but I agree. Bro, I don't know if you noticed, but I don't need validation from white people. Like, that's the last thing I need in my life. Like, I feel like white people always try, but they miss. Like, and I feel bad for y'all. Not that bad, though, because your ancestors suck and you're stinky and evil. But bad enough where I want to call you out and tell you not to leave comments like this because it's crusty. Anyways, for all the bleach demons willing to learn,
Bleach demons.
you're not as bad as the rest.
Now, as you can see, take a look up on the screen. Once again, brother, I told y'all, we are anthropologists. Black men have been making these social observations for years. For years. Some black men have been making it for decades. Some black men have been saying this has been happening since before I was born. And listen, we have hit the mainstream. Our scientific hypothesis has been verified by the scientific community. We have employed a scientific method, and we have decided that it is scientific fact. Now, I want y'all to take a look at something, though. Look at the caption on one of her TikToks. She said this: black women show out for me and my partner. I've never had a black woman bash us. I told y'all, bro. I told y'all. That's why I told y'all, stay away from these pro-black women, because if pro-black women actually existed, then they would actually be calling these women out. I'm not saying pro-black women don't exist, but I'm just saying y'all don't exist in large enough numbers to really make a difference, to make a dent in the society, bro. And y'all basically non-existent, bro. I told y'all, black women never gonna hold each other accountable, bro, because they don't want to be ostracized from the group. They don't want to be ostracized from the group. So even if a black woman looks at her funny, she'll never actually voice her opinion about it because she doesn't want to be ostracized from the collective. I told y'all, social acceptance is more important to women than breathing the air of God, okay? If they're not accepted by the group, then they don't even find any reason to live anymore, okay? Now, people on social media, they did call her out. They were like, okay, I'm scratching my head, like, okay, so you pro-black because you're black, but how come you dating a white man? And listen to how the radical, contradictory pro-black female tries to explain the mentality of somebody who is fighting for black liberation, while at the same time dating and mating and fornicating with the descendants of the men that have forced us to fight for black liberation. So if we are fighting for black liberation, that means we are not currently liberated. So, okay, so the men who put us in a circumstance that we are not liberated, according to her, you know, she fight for black liberation. So why would you date the descendants? Now, listen to her explain the mentality and the line of thinking. Let's go.
Based on this comment, I know you're not a black woman, and let me tell you why. A lot of black women understand the nuance of supporting, loving, and being pro-black woman. The phrase pro-black woman came to the forefront because so many black men started overtaking the conversation of what it means to be pro-black, and they were like, in order to be pro-black, you have to like intra-racially date, like you can only date black people if you're pro-black.
Listen, brothers, she's basically saying that she is rebelling against the phrase pro-black. She is rebelling against the label pro-black. She rejects the idea that in order to actually be pro-black, you actually gotta, have a black family and things like that. Like I said before in many of my videos, a community is nothing more than a collection of families. So she rejects the idea of the black family, right? Rejects the idea. There's a lot of pro-black people who reject certain tenets of pro-blackness. There are people who reject the tenets of black business ownership, black business. They say, forget that. Marxist, capitalism, communism, forget black business. And there are people like her who say, forget the black family. We dating the white man. Forget the black family. Forget having a black wife, black husband, black children. We dating the Europeans and we pro-black at the same time. Yeah, we rejected the label. We in open rebellion. We having a revolution. We revolutionizing pro-blackness. We dating the white folks. We dating white men. Yeah, that's the mentality of the pro-black female, bro. That's the mentality. She is rejecting the idea of the black family. You can be pro-black and have you can be pro-black and have a white husband. Have a white husband. I told y'all, bro. I told y'all what I told y'all. This mentality is nothing new, bro. This mentality is nothing new. I told y'all it goes back to the plantation, bro. It's been women like this since the plantation, bro. Since them sugarcane plantations, them tobacco plantations, them cotton plantations. It's always been black women with this mentality. It's always been black women talking about, man, forget y'all boys in the field, bro. I'm going in the big house, bro. I'm going in the big house. I'm trying to eat steaks, bro. I'm trying to eat steaks. I'm trying to get in bed with the white boys, bro. Yeah, it's always been black women like that, bro. Forget y'all. Y'all in the field, bro. Have fun in the field. I'm trying to get up in the house, bro. I'm trying to get up in the house, sleep in the basement. I ain't trying to sleep in the slave quarters. Get out of here, bro. I'm trying to have some mixed kids with the white colonists, bro. That's the mentality of a lot of these pro-black females, and the mentality, it's like epigenetics. Their foremothers was thinking like this. Their great-great-grandmother was thinking like this. This mentality did not pop up in the 21st century. It's been here since goddamn 1492, 1505, 1555, 1621, 1745, 1801. Bro, black women like this been walking around, bro. Been walking around. And in the case of this woman, a lot of times, the fake pro-black female, she does not care about black liberation, black prosperity. She just trying to look cool. She trying to sound smart. She trying to feel smart. That's all it is, bro. When she goes protest for black men, bro, she not protesting because she care about black men. She protesting because it's a fashion statement. It's a fashion trend. It's trendy right now to be pro-black. It's a trend. Black fists up in the air, Afrocentric swag, blah, blah, blah. It's a fashion statement, bro. And I'm gonna play a clip from her TikTok where she's still trying to explain her mentality, but it's just a bunch of gibberish. It's just a bunch of big words strung together in one big run-on sentence, trying to sound smart. She just thinks she sounds smart, bro. She just thinks she sounds smart. I'm gonna play the clip and I'm gonna come back with my commentary. Let's go.
We talked about fallacies, right? So there's like the straw man, the red herring, whatever. And I feel like this false comparison of equivalency is like a fallacy because it's just set up in a way where it's not coming from a genuine place and it's not an authentic conversation, because I feel like at base level, if you don't understand there are power dynamics at play and there's systems at play that affect every single interaction, every single perception, and every single socialization, then like there's no point in having this conversation because you're not going to be able to comprehend what I say. So
now, let's take a look at some of the reactions on social media. This person right here said, screaming about white supremacy in the streets, screaming because of white supremacy in the sheets. Man, listen, brothers, I'm telling you, we don't went mainstream with this, bro. I'm telling you, we done been discussing this in our little personal circles on the internet. You know, for my day one subscribers, bro, when I was having 600 subscribers, 700 subscribers, you know we've been discussing and observing this phenomenon going way back when, bro. Black men have been discussing this for a very long time, bro. Very long time. I feel like this is like when scientists bring their hypothesis to the streets, and then the hypothesis becomes accepted by the global scientific community, and then it becomes scientific fact. Bro, this how I feel, bro. This how I feel. I'm telling you, man. Now, let's continue. Next comment. This person said, it's crazy how it's white conservatives calling out black women for their hypocrisy, but not fellow black women. Bro, like I said, in our personal circles when we've been discussing these observations, we already talked about how black women ain't never gonna call out other black women because most likely, like I said, it's like when people are involved in crime, when they're involved in the underworld. They're not gonna call each other out because they're all involved in the same nonsense. You can't call me out for being a criminal because you out here committing robberies too. You out here committing homicides too. We all living dirty. All our hands dirty. So we all gotta shut up and be quiet. Now, let's continue. Next person said, the plot twist would have been her dating a black man. Bruh, I'm telling you, bruh, the fake pro-black, contradictory pro-black females have become so inflammatory that now they said the plot twist is if a pro-black woman would have been dating a black man. That's how crazy it's getting out here in these streets, man. And keep in mind, a decent amount of these comments is coming from white men and women, bro. Keep in mind, a white woman set this whole thing off, and a lot of white men is in this comment section going off too, bro. I'm telling you. And I told y'all in my videos way back, I told y'all even white people can see this. I told y'all, bro. I told y'all. Y'all who been following me, you know I've been saying this. I've been told y'all, them white boys already know what it is. Them white boys don't take these women serious when they talking about this pro-black, black power. They're gonna be like, yeah, I bet I can hit that tonight. Yeah, black power. Yeah, black power. Yeah, alright. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Next person said, bro, every time, every single pro-activist, white oppressor, fists up women of color, lusts after white men. Bro, we spoke about this the other day, man, in the video talking about, what was it? I don't remember. But y'all remember, bro, I've been told y'all, it's not even just black women. It's just any woman who not even white. Any woman who not even white, bruh, who claims to be, oh yeah, I'm leftist, oh yeah, we gotta destroy capitalism, we gotta destroy oppression, we gotta, the system, the patriarchy, hierarchy, white supremacy. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, they gonna hop in bed with the big bad patriarchal oppressor from Western Europe, and they gonna have a bunch of mixed race babies, bro. Yeah, you already know what it is. Let's continue. Next person said, every single time, liberal minority women are frauds. When you see them going rants like that, just know they'll still gladly occupy white spaces and white partners. You already know what it is. Bro, I'm telling you, man, the ideology done went mainstream. The hypothesis done went mainstream. Let's get it. Let's continue. Next person said, not much of a plot twist. Those of us familiar with this demographic could have told you this would be the case with astonishing accuracy. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, black men been speaking about this among our inner circle, bro. We've been bringing this scientific observation to the light, bro. Now it's the white folks. The white folks that picked up on the scientific observation. Give black men our credit, bro. Black men with the scientific analysis, the social analysis, bro. You already know how we doing it. Let's continue. Next person said, even white folks are cooking them now, bro. I've been told y'all white folks knew what's up, bro. I've been told y'all white men could see it. White women can see it. Now, white women are putting them on blast now. But I told y'all in my old videos, bro, white men know what it is. White women know what it is. But now they coming out. Now they coming out into the open, and now they roasting us. But they got it. They got it from black men. Black men been bringing this to the light, bro. Conscious black men that been observing the streets and analyzing the social climate. We've been bringing this to the light, bro. In our inner circle, in our little pockets on social media, we've been talking about this, bro. That's why he say white folks are cooking them now because black men been cooking them. Now let's continue. Next person said, these black women that play in the snow, they just say this stuff because they probably feel guilty and want to retain some street cred in the black community. Yeah, bro. I be telling them, man, just listen, if you want to run around with the white folks, just run around with your white man. Just run around with your white man, because when black men run around with their white girl, they just mind their business, bro. They just go to the ball game, they just go to the football game, travel with their white girl, and they just be minding their business. They don't be trying to be, ungawa, black power, ungawa. No, they're not doing that, bro. Now, let's continue. Next person said, damn, this is a white woman. This white woman said this. Is it because self-respecting black men see this woman as a massive red flag? And then this brother on the bottom said, yes, speaking as one. And the brother on the bottom after that said, let's just say everyone else is very late to the party. This has always been the paradigm of the radical black feminist, bro. And listen, if you remember that video I put out the other day, the 25 types of pro-blacks, we spoke about the different archetypes of pro-black women. We done analyzed this amongst our inner circle, bro. We are the scientists, bro. Our ideology, our hypothesis and observations have been accepted by the scientific community. This is like when a hypothesis in the scientific community becomes a fact. It's like, okay, it goes from the stage of hypothesis, and now it's a fact, and it's accepted as science. Bro, let's get it. Now let's continue. Next person said, someone should run a logistic regression between attitudes and dating preferences to see if there's a predictable relationship between these kind of outcomes. Next person said, the reality is, these women are deeply insecure and often feel shunned by white society. and aren't deemed desirable in these spaces they so desperately thirst for. They mask the insecurity as pro-black / anti-white activism rather than admitting their internal shortcomings. Next person said, I see white people are catching on. Bro, I told y'all white people already knew what was up, bro. They already know what's up. They already know what's up, man. They already know what's up. But now it's mainstream, bro. Now we done hit the mainstream. But this is an observation among society that people have been, bro, people have been peeping game, man. They've been peeping game. White women, they've been peeping game because white women, listen, white women be sitting back. White women, they be like, yo, number one, white women, they just be minding their business, right? Black women be sitting there going off on white women every goddamn day, and white women be minding their business, right? And white women be like, damn, bro, like, you got so much to say about me, right? White women be like this. This is what the white girls be thinking. You got so much to say about me, right? I'm this, that, and the third. I'm so evil. I was doing this in slavery. I was lying on a black man. I was doing this. I'm so evil, right? But you love my sons, though. But you love my fathers, though. But you love my brothers, though. But you want to marry into my family, though. But you want to get your hands on my family wealth, though. But you hate me, though. But you love my brother, though. You love the men I give birth to, though. But you hate me, though. And now the white women, they stepping out into the forefront because the white women have had enough, bro. They had enough of you fake pro-black women. See, the black man had enough of you fake pro-black women, you know. But the white man, you know, he been peeping game. He been smashing on y'all. And now the white women like, bro, enough is enough, bro. Enough is enough. You know what I mean? Because, listen, you trying to marry into their families, but you hate the women that give birth to them. You hate the women that actually raised them and fed them from birth and changed their diapers and gave them morals and values and ethics that you so admire them for. But you hate the women that gave it to them. It doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make sense. Let's continue. Next person said, women of color have an inferiority complex. Proximity to whiteness via dating and radical anti-white ideology are two sides of the same coin when it comes to healing the insecurities created during their formative years. Bro, goddamn, you got... Nah, bro, the fake pro-black women out here getting psychoanalyzed by the world, bro. Yo, we done went mainstream, bro. We done went mainstream. We done went from the underground to mainstream, bro. We on the Billboard now, bro. We on the Billboard Top 100, man. Let's continue. This person said, it's foreplay. We peep game. I'm assuming this person is a white dude. I'm assuming. Next person said, oh man, yeah, this is a classic picture, man. And shout out to the brother who made this. I think this brother is Haitian too. Art of Mir. Shout out to the brother. This an old meme that goes back years. This an old meme from years ago, bro. I remember seeing this like 3-4 years ago, bro. Like before George Floyd and all that. So black men been peeping game. This was created by a black male artist, bro. A black male artist. He created this years ago. Check it out. You got the black woman, natural hair. Got the Egyptian ankh on the tattoo. Got the red, black, and green pillow. Pan-Africanism. And then she's with her white boy. And then the bed sheet is the American flag. And look at the books they're reading. The black woman, you know, the fake pro-black, you know, contradicting pro-black female. She reading the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey. And you got the white boy with his, you know, Confederate tattoo and his Confederate pillowcase reading the Confederate leader Robert E. Lee reading his autobiography. Let's go, bro. Black men been talking about this, bro. I'm telling you, a black man made this picture years ago. And Dr. Umar Johnson had posted this a while ago. Bruh, and check it out. She got the Egyptian ankh tattoo, and he got the cross, the Christian cross on his leg. Bro, I'm telling you, black men been trying to put y'all on game for years. Y'all thought we was bugging out. Nah, man, black men been coming with the scientific observations. Let's continue. This person said, when they degrade white people, their statements are mostly geared towards the white LGBT and heterosexual white women. Yes, I told you, brother. Listen, y'all know on my channel what I tell y'all. I told y'all, they don't got a problem with white men. They might talk all that, yeah, they talk all that hot mess, but they don't got a problem with white men. White men are not the problem in their eyes. White men, yes, even though white men did everything they did throughout history, I told y'all, they do not care. They do not care, bro. You know that meme by Stephen A. Smith? That video by Stephen A. Smith when he was sitting there like, we don't care. We don't care. Listen, that is the mindset of the pro-black female. Yeah, colonization. Yeah, slavery. Yeah, oh yeah, invasion, military invasion, neo-colonialism. Oh, the extraction of the mineral wealth of Africa. Yeah. Congo, King Belgium, King Leopold in the Congo. Yeah. And then you know the attitude? We don't care. We don't care. They only have a problem with the women who raised them, the white women. That's the only person they have a problem with. They don't got no problem with white men. Now let's continue. This person said, I've never seen an I hate white people soldier who was dedicated to winning the war. There's always an average looking 5'7" to 5'10" white man they're holding down. Yo, the hypothesis that went mainstream, bruh. Let's continue. This person said, I'll wager $100 Then she has a video talking ill of black men that date white women or vice versa. She is the typical radical black female. All performative. The world is laughing at them. Nothing but a sideshow at this point. Let's continue. Next person said, she doesn't actually hate white people. She just hates white women and needs that access to whiteness through the men. Carry on with your day. Let's continue. Next person said, I've been saying this for years. They hide their insecurities behind pro-blackness and activism. They don't want to fight the system. They want to join it. And when white people don't accept them, they lash out by pretending to be pro-black. I'm telling you, bruh. I told y'all, the 25 types of pro-black females in that video I dropped. The trauma-induced pro-black female. I told y'all. What's that archetype? What archetype did I describe? The trauma-induced pro-black female is somebody who was originally an integrationist, but due to negative experiences, maybe personal relationships or something in corporate America or maybe in their work, academic life, they were rejected by white society, and then they ended up swinging all the way back to the opposite side of the spectrum and becoming radically pro-black.
No, please. Just miss my mom. Cannot go for more than 90 seconds.
I mean, the video says itself, man. I can't.
Stay. Talk to me. Kissing him on the cheek was a mistake in itself, in the sense of I literally sat at a table with a white boy who is disgusted of my existence, and then I take a photo with him laughing and smiling and kicking. That was dumb.
Recently, Nick Fuentes stopped by the Fresh and Fit podcast, but on this special edition of the podcast, he was surrounded with a majority black female cast, which is unusual on Fresh and Fit. But that was set up and conjured up by Fresh and Fit themselves, trying to make a situation occur that was either racially motivated or something that would end up going viral. And of course, that is exactly what happened. We all know that Nick Fuentes ended up saying the N-word. He was instigated to do so by not only Fresh and Fit themselves, but the black ladies on the podcast. But then something else happened. A lady who is black, I don't know if she's African American, but she ended up kissing Nick Fuentes on the cheek. And that picture went viral on Instagram. So viral that people were sending her death threats. Now, who is this person here? The person is called Glodyan, Glodyin_. Now, I don't know this particular young lady. I don't really have an issue with her, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. She made an actual response to what happened on the podcast, and she did receive a lot of backlash. Some people even threatened to take her life. And she seems like she didn't know who he was, or according to her, and that she felt that, she was coming on the show. She had no idea that Nick Fuentes was coming on the show. But let me play what she had to say, and then I'm going to come back.
So this live is addressing the photo that I took with Nick. This would be my third time on the show. And the first two times, it was about relationships. You get what I'm saying? Men versus women. I'll say that. So that's what my mind. I miss you too. That's what my mind was on. That's what I was prepared for. I was prepared to go in and defend myself as a woman, because that's usually what you have to do when you go on that show. Unfortunately, that's not what happened this time. So like I said yesterday when I was trying to do this live, that 5 or 10 minutes before the show, we see Nick, and we confused, because we're like, why is this white boy here? We don't even know who Nick is. We never heard of Nick, any of that. My mistake is not questioning it when not using my discernment. That was my mistake. My mistake was not asking questions and just not putting things together, because I was excited to be on the show, because I was mentally prepared to talk my shit, but not about politics. I'm not a politician. It's terms that y'all are using against me that I don't even know. But I learned yesterday that YT equals
white. It's just things that it was my bad. I shouldn't even been there, but I was there, and because I'm not a person to run away from things, as y'all can see, because I pop back. But we gonna address that later. I just was like, I'ma see what I could do. I am from Germany. I'm a white guy, and please, if you do not indoctrinate, if you got indoctrinated by an option of a television show, these people that really deserve to be angry on, this is one that made a upcoming black girl into trouble. Okay, but why did you kiss him? Honestly, because that was my mistake too, because I wasn't thinking about if I post this, the backlash that I was gonna get. I had a conversation with my brother who definitely brought me down to size and made me understand that I represent everybody, because I represent all black people, because I'm a black woman. So I represent black people everywhere the fuck I go. Maybe he was just nice. No, I represent black people everywhere the fuck I go, and not understanding that I am the face. It doesn't matter if I want to be the face. I'm responsible. I have to be responsible. And in this moment, I just wasn't. I wasn't responsible. I didn't think about responsibility. I didn't think about if this was gonna have an effect or backlash on my community, how my community felt about it. None of that. Even being in it, it was just like being in a twilight zone. I wasn't even articulating the way that I normally would. Like, it was an ambush. It was to make us look stupid. It was to make us look bad, and I looked stupid. Like, and I don't like that. So the plot was to get us in this round table to make us all look stupid, because we had no idea what we were going to be talking about in the first place. Did any of us ask? No. Kissing him on the cheek was a mistake in itself, in the sense of I literally sat at a table with a white boy who is disgusted of my existence, and then I take a photo with him laughing and smiling and kikiing. That was dumb. That was stupid. That was dumb as fuck. That was a dumb as fuck moment. The fact that I understand that you all feel like I don't deserve your grace, because I should have been smarter than that, because I look smarter than that, and I was just being my gloating self. And like I said,
oh Lord Jesus.
Being my gloating self. And like I said, I wasn't because my pure existence make him uncomfortable. It was like, what you gonna do, bruh? Because you really not gonna do nothing. All this shit you popping, you ain't popped in the front of us. To me, because to me, he now in realization, he's one of the white supremacists that it ain't up front and outlet. It's in intellect, or whatever you want to. It's in his intellect.
Now, guys, I want to say this, because she's saying all of that, but I want to play this particular clip that proves otherwise. And I want Dima to put the arrow on the lady on the right with the glasses. Again, this is the clip where they're saying, hey, do you want to say the N-word? And she's going to say, yes, say it. Let's play that clip.
Hey, what you got?
You want me to say it?
Yeah.
Is anyone going to hit me if I say it?
No. 2 hours. Come on, Nick. What you got?
All right.
Come on, Nick. What you got?
All right.
All right. So that is clearly her. She's not getting up. She's not standing up. And she's saying that, I didn't know. But then that is her on camera saying, hey, Nick, say the N-word. So in my honest opinion, again, she did apologize. But after looking at this receipt, it looks like she's lying, in my honest opinion. Okay? Because at this point, you knew he was a racist. There you are telling him to say the N-word. Now you're acting like, oh, it's my existence. I can't believe like he's against it. And there you are, you know, looking like you're pro-black in one photo, like this one here. You know, like there you are pretending that you're so for the black community, but you're telling the white supremacist guy to say the N-word. And again, I don't have no issue with a sister, you know, whatever. If she wants to do that, whatever, okay? And she did take accountability, but in that accountability, she is not telling the truth, okay? Because she clearly knew that she was doing the wrong thing. Now, again, when I look at her profile, she's a mother, creative producer, artist, all of that. And again, I don't have no real issue with the sister, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, she does what she wants to do, but she's not telling the truth, all right? She looks like she's just, you know, a chameleon. No matter what somebody says, she'll do it, and she'll say it, but that's just what she's doing. It's not telling the truth. And I don't know why she didn't feel like people wouldn't have had no receipts with that. Because again, if you had a problem with that, you would have got up and stood up. And these are what I consider phony or fake pro-blacks. You know, they get on here and they act like they're down with the struggle, they're down with the community, whatever. And then once you get around a white man, you're kissing them on the cheek. Some of the sisters there were twerking on Mr. Nick Fuentes. And then, you know, again, you're going to be sitting there and acting like, you know, why these people don't get respect. I just don't know. All right, I don't want to get in trouble for saying something, but I just don't think the young lady's telling the truth. So again, she needs to go back in. You know, I don't know why she felt like we don't have receipts over here, but we definitely got receipts over here. All right. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back.
You don't want a seat at the table. You take a seat at the table. If you can't take the seat at the table, you knock the motherfucker over.
Sorry.
The fuck? North Korea went and got nukes. They got a seat at the table. You go get your seat at the table. You don't say we want a seat at the table. Still begging the white supremacists. A complete embarrassment.
I don't think that because people wanted, I mean, mind you, white people were just like me and racist, right? That is a given fact. No. However, just because I believe that people should stay within their own cultures, that's not necessarily a negative thing. Look how strong the African American community was when we were separate. Look how far the black dollar was when we were separate. Now what we're doing is we're fighting against people like you and like Nick here, my buddy, because we want a seat at the table. But
no,
when we didn't have to do it,
I would never be in competition with a black person.
However,
I have to tell you that whenever a black student comes to me and they want me specifically to mentor them in a education sense, like I will take them under my wing, and I do that for black and Hispanic people more than I do that for white people because.
And you showing the favor? Why?
Okay, and she's bringing up black and Hispanic. The Juice Man 22. What's up with it? What's up with it, partner? Excuse me, I'm rocking and rolling, man. This is ridiculous and embarrassing. It is. No pride, no dignity, no education. They don't even know their own history. Then you got mulattoes up there like, well, where do we fit in? They believe they're black because they date black men. This shit is crazy, man. Fresh and Fit need to be checked. Nick Fuentes need to be checked. Fresh and Fit need to be checked, man.
I don't think that because people wanted, I mean, mind you, white people were just like me and racist, right? That is a given fact. No. However, just because I believe that people should stay within their own cultures, that's not necessarily a negative thing. Look how strong the African American community was when we were separate. Look how far the black dollar was when we were separate. Now what we're doing is we're fighting against people like you and like Nick here, my buddy, because we want a seat at the table. But
no,
when we didn't have to do it,
I would never be in competition with a black person.
However,
I have to tell you that whenever a black student comes to me and they want me specifically to mentor them in a education sense, like I will take them under my wing, and I do that for black and Hispanic people more than I do that for white people because.
And you showing the favor? Why?
Why?
Because I want to see our community strengthen, but I would never impose my viewpoints on dating saying, oh, hey, I'm going to help you with this MCAT equation, but also when you're like successful, make sure you only date within your race. I would never do that.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Because other girls here have been kind of silent.
Yeah. Okay. How many of you agree with race mixing? I know she does. One. Well, yeah, obviously do. I was going to ask you guys. Do you guys have white parents?
Yeah, I was like, my mom is white, so there's no way I couldn't.
Mom is white, dad is black.
We wouldn't be here without.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna.
That's fine. So you guys are real race mixing. You do or you mix as well?
Yes, I am Haitian, but I'm also Dominican and Venezuelan.
Okay. You can make the argument that the Dominicans are African Americans, so Afro
But
Americans.
Venezuelans are
Or
not.
black, excuse me. What about you? What do you think?
I'm American. But I think.
Do you believe in race mixing, like a white dude getting a white black chick or vice versa? You do? You agree with it? Okay, so you two think, hey, keep it in the.
I mean, it's just not. I mean,
okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. I just want to kind of get an idea. So all the girls.
I'm not saying that it's a negative thing, though. I'm definitely not saying that it's a negative thing. I just have my preference, and I believe in letting people have their preference and exercising that.
I agree 100%. I agree with that.
Okay, so it looks to me like all of you are for race mixing then. Just only two of you don't practice it.
Right. Do what you want to do. That's your business.
Do you date white guys? White guys outside of the black race?
No, you don't.
I mean, you know, I can't say yes because
but
it's a type thing. I feel.
What about you? Do you date outside of your race?
I dated white guys, though. I will say that.
Yeah, I have too, but it's just a type thing.
Of course, definitely for money.
Do you date outside of your race? I
I have in the past, but I don't anymore.
Your preference is black? Okay.
Yeah.
So, what about you? Do you date outside of your race? You do. Okay. So, realistically speaking, all of you are for race mixing, but only two of you date outside of your race, it seems to me. Okay. All right. Just, you got the numbers here.
Okay, now, I don't know if you guys want to call her mulatto or biracial. She is in a relationship with a Jewish man. And she also is saying that black and brown. So again, these people are on this platform speaking for black Americans. I don't hear Hispanic people talking about black and brown. The only type of people I hear that, she's a Democrat. On Crenshaw, there's a sign. It's in Lamert Park. It's a sign. It says, gentrification. Gentrification is racism. And I want to ask those people. I want to drive over there and talk to those people like, then you a part of the problem because you a Democrat. You voted for this. You voted for the racism. So the mulatto or the biracial, she's saying that it's black and brown kids, and she tried to teach both of them, and they're at an disadvantage. I'm sick and tired of hearing people, even this panel, all acknowledge that black people as a whole is at a disadvantage. And this talk, this forever disadvantaged talk, it has hovered over the race like a cloud, like a dark cloud, where people believe that. And that's their crutch. If you think victorious, you will be victorious. Like I said, when I was growing up, I didn't hear my parents talk about racism. It depends on what household you were brought up in. I was taught that you can do anything you put your mind to. I can't even count on my hands how many times my parents talked negative about another group of people. We didn't grow up like that. So if you grew up in a family where racism was an issue, then I understand that. But you also have to acknowledge, almost forgot, Nick Fuentes also brings up the Walmart that left Chicago because of the looting. He also brought that up. And my thing is, look how comfortable they are around him. And how he was able to say whatever he wanted to say about black people, but not one of them said anything negative about white people. They didn't question him about white statistics what white people do. They gave him the position that he's right. and they have to prove themselves that they not what he thinks of them. This is sick.
Yeah, you're right about that, and I'm bombastic about it, but in truth, it's not just about putting black people down, and I talk about that a lot because I don't think that black people should be put down. In fact, I think that a lot of their grievances are legitimate. The problem is, though, what you find is it gets mixed up with rhetoric like what you said, where you said God made white people to laugh as a joke. And I'm not trying to put you down for saying that, but I mean, all I'm trying to say is the same could be said really about any kind of statement. Like, we listen to grievances, historical or otherwise, that people have. By the same token, people could take an historical grievance and say, well, we have a right to be racist against white people because it's a bad joke that God made them. In the same way that, you could take something like I said and twist it. As far as the IQ goes, though, it's stratified. Asians have the highest, then whites, Hispanics, blacks in terms of average. The only reason I say that is if we want to help everybody, we have to kind of meet them where they are.
Yeah.
And it's like, if that's the problem, then throwing more money at it's not going to fix it.
Exactly, and I agree with that.
Okay, so since we're on it, okay, real quick.
I want to hear from Glow, though. The point is like, people say race is just, we're all the same, but just in different colors. And I'm saying that we're different in other ways, too. We're genetically different in other ways. Our bone structure's different, our faces are different, our skin color's different. And then the point is to say, when we talk about IQ, people say, well, how could black people or white people or Asian people have a different average IQ? Well, their brains are probably genetically different, just like their skin color, just like their bones, just like other things. And so it's to say it would be ridiculous to suggest that every person in the world would have the same average IQ. Why would that make sense?
All right.
So my question to the audience, it's about the IQ test. Do you believe in the IQ test? If you do, why? If you do not, why not? Do you believe in the IQ test? Is it genetics? Do you believe it's bullshit? What is your opinion on the IQ test? Do you believe that black people have low IQs? Do you believe that other people have low IQs? Do you believe that there's a problem here, there? Like, what is your opinion on the low IQ? Do you believe it's a bunch of baloney? Because I've been hearing this for a very long time, that black people. Now, what he also said is that that doesn't mean that there's not black people with high IQs. Because they were talking about your environment, and what the suspected white supremacists say about black neighborhoods is because they have low IQs. That's the reason why their neighborhoods look the way they look. So they use that IQ talking point on why you're dysfunctional, quote unquote. Oh, they can't, even sports, they call it monkey ball. They think everything about a black person is dysfunctional. You say you're the Egyptians, they're gonna argue you down. Hell no, you can't be the Egyptians. Hell no. This is why every time the Cleopatra story come up, anything, it's a big ass debate because they don't believe it. Because of the IQ, because of the way they feel about you. It is what it is. However, where is your return fire? Why can't you? We already know why. And this is why you need people up there that can argue points instead of having a table full of airheads. Pound of makeup on, lip gloss, eyeliner, lip balm, you name it. Wigs, weave, hair dye, breast implants. I believe those are implants. I'm not a titty man, but I bet my bottom buck those are breast implants. They're too round to be natural. If she spent as much time in those books as she did on the tats, she could have nailed them. And everyone knows that the only thing a lot of these women are worried about is the way they look, what someone can do for them. She up there, instead of defending black people, she up there looking like she trying to get chosen. Doesn't she? She look like she's trying to get chosen. And I'm starting to think it was strategic for Fresh and Fit to sit her right next to him. I guess the Cleveland.
Tell the truth.
Information is power.
Thinking that they are going to somehow convince white people to stop being racist, bigoted, and all the views that they have about us. It's really a waste of time. And why would you entertain this type of individual? I can tell you without a doubt that they were laughing and giggling as they were getting into a discussion with this man. Now, what I'm going to do, because I know that there's brothers out there that are saying, oh, black women are out of control. They are an example of the problem with black women today in America. They're wilding out. We got Keke Palmer shaking her booty for Usher. Yet her boyfriend, he knew what he was getting when he was getting with Keke Palmer. Matter of fact, for those of you that's been debating about that issue, do you know that that man did a post on social media where he was encouraging the booty shaking of his girlfriend Keke Palmer? You get what you get, man. You were encouraging her behavior. So then you're surprised that she's up there with Usher. So there are men, black men in particular, that will use this example, what happened on the podcast at Fresh and Fit, that is an example that black women are out of control. This is the argument that I take. I do not believe that those black women that were on that panel discussion or that podcast represented black women appropriately. They were a poor representation of black women. And you got to keep this in mind. Fresh and Fit, they don't go out recruiting the most intelligent black women or women in general. They go out and get the most flimsy females that they can find who have airheads, right? They get the most flimsy, because you know why they are flimsy? Because anybody that can sit up there and listen to these two idiots spouse the nonsense they spouse out of their mouth and sit in the seat and don't leave and say, let me get on out of here, gotta be out of their mind. So you have to go out and get low-hanging fruit women who are all caught up in how they look, the hair, the fake hair or the hair, the boobs hanging out. Now I gotta say this, the one black female, and I'll give a closer picture here, that was in the blue outfit that you see, got her arms around him, and they profile, and then you got the one sister here with the braids with the tongue out, and she was running her mouth, and I got a little surprise for you about her. She was the one doing the most talking and pushback with the sister in the blue outfit. The sister in the blue outfit was trying to do a little bit of a pushback on things that Nick Fuentes was saying, but they still end up giggling and kiki and ha-ha and hoo-hoo and ha-ha and hoo-hoo. They still continue kikiing and ha-ha with this known white supremacist. They were completely off code, ladies and gentlemen, completely off code. That's our problem. Why can't black people be on code? Why are men? On the one hand, you've got the men who apologize for the ugly YouTube Karen. To show you the double standard here, as they were making excuses for the ugly white Karen who was sitting up there with Nick Fuentes, laughing and kee-heeing and hee-heeing with him about our history and about her Africans, while black men on YouTube were willing to support her. It's interesting how every black man's jumping out of the bushes and out of the window to say, well, these black women are a representation of all black women. No, they are a representation of poor, low-hanging fruit black women. They are a representation of the black women that you do not marry, you do not wife, you do not put a baby in the oven.
and let it cook to be born, because you do not impregnate them in the first place. These black women that were up here, however lack of intelligence and however they tried to sound intelligent, you see the black woman on the far left in the pink and white. I believe she said that she was going to medical school or something of that nature. She, on this panel, sort of had that academic type of voice. I'm going to play the videos for you, everybody. Don't worry. She sort of had this academic voice to her, meaning she would talk in sort of an academic or educated way, but in the end, she also showed how uneducated she really was, and she was just about words. In the end, they continued to kiki and hee with this man throughout this whole meeting, and I've got video that's definitely going to blow you away. And even if you've seen these videos, this will reinforce the point and drive it home more and more further. Thank you for those that are here that have super chatted me. If you have, I really appreciate that. This is the podcast, the pod, so run a little bit different here. I need you to understand that these women represented the worst of black femalehood, not the best of black womanhood. And this is the thing. They need to be held accountable, because we know why these women go on the Fresh and Fit show, because they're trying to get social media fame. They're trying to clout chase. They're trying to up their followers on their social media. You know, a lot of these women, when they go on here, they get a lot of followers because of being on Fresh and Fit. So they're willing to be off code and sell out their own people just to be on this Fresh and Fit podcast. And by the way, the guys that run Fresh and Fit, Myron, they're not even black Americans. These guys are immigrants. They're from the continent of Africa, and I know this isn't about punching down on black folks from Africa, but I noticed a pattern that you have immigrants like Myron, who, by the way, is also a Fed. Remember, Myron used to be, I think, an FBI Fed, so you got this Fed who's on YouTube. Who you think he's watching? And they're always taking the worst of black America, our dysfunctions, and they make money off of it. No different than Pearly Things. No different than her.
I'm trying to get my Africans in America, my Africans.
Okay, no different than Pearly Things, that they will exploit our culture to make a dime off of it. So they will get the worst women that are not the best representation of black women. And what happens is the same thing that we do with men. We take the lowest denominator, we take the lowest denominator, we take the lowest number, we make it the maximum. So we take the small number of dysfunctional black women, dysfunctional black men, and we maximize it as if it represents all black people. And then we minimize black men and black women that are carrying themselves with dignity and grace. And then another thing that I said on the program, what's going on, Auntie? Good to see you here, brother. Thank you for being here. Clap to you. Thank you. Then what we do, and I said this on Raw's program today, what we end up doing is we end up getting psyched out as black people. These images, we as black men, we talk about how we don't like our images being manipulated and how they are being manipulated to make us look bad, right? Because they put things out in media and social media to make us look bad. And then people in the larger society say, oh, that's what black men are. They don't take care of their kids. They're lazy. They're shiftless. And so same thing goes when they put these negative images of black women out. It's designed to make you say, and to culturally condition you to say, they represent all black women. So therefore, this is what black women are, when in fact, they represent the low-hanging fruit. They represent the worst of black women in various of our communities. They don't represent the totality, but what we do is we take the worst of our culture and we magnify it 3, 10 times, 20 times and say, that's what black people are. Black men, listen to me, it's the same thing that society has done to us. And then when we're around our own women buy into the same stereotypes about us because of what they've been inundated by, right? And if they've had some anecdotal experiences where they had a bad experience with a black man in a relationship, and then they see these stereotypes of us in the larger society, it will reinforce what they believe is the truth in their mind based on their experience with a few black men or one black man. Yeah. We as black men do the same thing with black women. If we had a bad experience in child support or a bad experience, and then we get these things like Fresh and Fit, which is designed to make our culture look ugly, to make us look foolish, then they'll put this out there. It's just like World Star. World Star was run and operated by someone who was not of our lineage, and they always paint the worst of our community. Stereotypes. What you have here is what we call Sambos and gumbo type mentality. I want to start off with the first explosive video. These women should have never continued their interview or their conversation with Nick Fuentes after these things happened. I also want to do this. I also blame Fresh and Fit for this. I blame the women for getting up there and making an ass out of themselves and being uncouth and off code and being a bad example of women. Although maybe a few of them up there were trying to make some sense of some things, but why would you stay there and even listen to this man talk and allow yourself to be in the midst of this podcast, which was a foolish thing to do when you had Myron and his co-host sitting up there making fun of black people's experiences as it relates to racism, Ku Klux Klan, and all these different things. In the beginning of this podcast, they started hyping it up. Myron and the whole Fresh and Fit crew, they started hyping it up saying, come on, Nick, say the N-word, and all the females in the room, the black females, were hyping it up along with them. This is bad, bad, bad on so many levels. They are a poor example of black femalehood. And I'm going to say this right now. Black women on the social media streets, on YouTube, it's really technically not a man's job to keep women accountable. It should be women who should be holding females accountable for the effery. You can't step out of this one. I'm sorry. You can't step out of this one.
Right.
If I'm going to call out the raccoons on YouTube who were rocking for pearly things, okay, then I got to call out the women who rock with Nick Fuentes as well and sit up there kikiing and kissing and hugging up with him like this. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame.
Tell the truth.
Why would they do that? Why would they encourage him to say the N-word? And this is all about being on a show for popularity. And I blame Fresh and Fit because they're continuing to promote a negative image of black women, and they're promoting a negative image of our community. And these two clowns are not even ADOS or FBA. They're not even of our lineage. They don't know our culture, but yet they will make fun of our culture. They will make fun of our history. And let me say this. Let me go ahead and play the video to start everything off right now, the clip. This is when they were rallying, telling him to say the N-word. Check this out.
Missed out on the rally tickets to see for myself.
Yeah, blacks love me because I'm honest.
Blacks love me.
I love them.
No, we don't believe you, bro.
How should you refer to blacks then?
You don't want to hear my second choice.
Oh, yeah.
It's a joke.
It's funny. You should actually do stand-up sometime.
Maybe.
I think she's joking.
got one black woman in there talking about you're actually funny, you should do stand-up sometimes. As Nick Fuentes, they say, what's another word you have for black people? And that word is the N-word, as he giggles and laughs. At this point in time, none of these women are qualified. None of them should have continued this podcast when it got into this type of BS. And I'm also saying to you all on Black YouTube in particular, y'all should cancel Fresh and Fit. Nobody within Black YouTube should be supporting Fresh and Fit, should be going over to their podcast, should be talking to you shouldn't be giving them any super chat. You shouldn't be supporting them. You shouldn't be sharing their video out. Hell, y'all don't give me the damn, I'm not even getting the damn support that those clowns get over there. And I'm giving y'all truth.
Tell the truth.
This is what they bring. This is what they giving y'all.
No. Do it. No, I can't.
How could it get
Do it next week. We get the bands again.
Right.
Well, you can say it.
Say it. Come on, man. I want you to say it.
Yeah, what you got?
You want me to say it?
You see how these women are hyping him up to say the N-word? They are totally off coof. They're totally coonish, raccoonish, female raccoonish, totally off code. And then they hug up with this man. The fuckery is at an all-time high, ladies and gentlemen.
Is anyone going to hit me if I say it?
Come on, Nick. What you got?
Alright,
There. You hear that? You hear that? Encouraged by the people in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, encouraged by not only the two clowns that run this shitty ass podcast, Fresh and Fit. How can any black people on YouTube support these guys? And how can anyone on YouTube who claims that they're against racism support these guys when they bring Nick Fuentes on and they encourage him to use the N-word while they laugh, hee kiki, if it's something funny to laugh about? These two clowns right here are the orchestrators of the podcast. I hold Fresh and Fit just as responsible as the females who went on there and made jackasses out of themselves, disrespected our people.
I'm gonna stop. Excuse me. I'm gonna stop right here. Not only that, in the video, I'm about to cut this video. About to get another 4 minutes. I understand you have crushes on people, but why would you have a crush on a white guy who's racist? I just want to know. I'm trying to figure that out. And clearly, he don't even believe in interracial dating. He said that he prefer his own kind for his own women, and they tried to get him to change his mind. Well, why? Like I said, it's black people. Just because some white people do not want to be in interracial marriage, or they don't make them racist. I'm gonna say this again. Just like you have black people who don't want to interracially date, you have white people who don't want interracially date. It doesn't make all white people racist. Because they prefer, just like you to say you prefer your own, they prefer their own. They prefer their own lineage and everything else. But when you do, and then the one woman who has a Jewish boyfriend talking with a Nazi that don't believe in his lineage. So that's a slap in her white boyfriend who was Jewish face. Interviewed a Nazi that was banned off of 5 social media accounts. He was banned. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you're gonna bring it. And just Pearly brought this fool on. He was banned off of these social medias. Only way he could get on is Rumble. And hey, it's one thing Hey, and like you said, date who you want to date. But damn, if you gonna date a white dude and have a dude that ain't a racist. Like damn. And if it's a black man, have a white woman that's not racist. Don't say, I don't know. No. Because that person don't like you or love you to take a stand. This is embarrassing on all different levels. And like I said, hey, I've been, I tell the story how I was playing a cruel trick a long time ago when I was around some people that were supposed to be our friends and they came dressed as the Klan and I named myself like ass. Luckily it wasn't on, they didn't have social media, but I really regret that back then. And I found, and to this day, because I really sat down and it hit me to like, this ain't nothing to joke about. Someone, they know what you went through as a people. They know it, and it's a joke. It's like someone who what happened in the Holocaust. It wasn't a joke. It's not a joke. And you go sit there and interview. Why do you want to keep interviewing? It's like, for example, and I like to use the Bible as an example. It's like you go into the devil, want to know what the devil, what he's about. He don't give a shit about you. He's the devil. God tried to tell you, don't go and mess with the devil. You got some people stupid enough to try to sum up the devil and Satan, knowing that and naturally he's gonna lie to you. Naturally he's gonna drum it up. Oh, it was God that kicked me out. It was his fault. He the one created it. And some dumbass human being, some of you who don't believe in God, you believe that crap. He's the devil. And it's just like he's a deceiver, destroyer, and a manipulator. And then once you turn your back against God, I'm using this as an example, God said, well, you choose to. So when you, at the end of your life is required, you go over there with him. What you mean? I didn't know. I didn't know. You knew this. Why did you go entertain a devil? It's a devil. From an actual Satan. It's the same thing with a bigot. Why did you want to go entertain a bigot? What is this? What is it that you got to entertain him about? He's a bigot. He's a racist. You don't think that you intellectually is inferior to him. Well, it don't matter. Matter of fact that it is. A racist is a racist. A racist is a person. You can't change a person's racist mind. No matter if you come with the facts, they're racist. They only think that they will always believe that they're higher over everybody else. Because something was, they stick on to an ancient Aryan theory. You want to entertain a racist. I mean, it's just crazy, man. And like I said, why would these women, of all the white men to have a crush on, you got to pick the one that's the most racist of it all. Hey, I get it. You pro-black, you got a crush. Hey, like I said, I dated white women too, but I damn sure didn't date no woman that was was racist to that damn point. If I see a white woman that was in that race, I don't care how fine looking she is. I wouldn't even be bothered with her. Because what does that say about me? If she don't like the women in my family, or she don't like my lineage, what's I'm doing with her? So basically, the whole relationship is not a relationship; it's a lust relationship. It's not a genuine relationship. And like the one first video came back, it goes back to the plantation. I believe that. But then, if you go outside your race, don't get somebody that's a freaking bigot. I mean, don't get somebody that's a bigot. Why you want to entertain a bigot? You think that because you so special, I like you, but everybody else is the N-word. What do you think when they get mad at you, what they gonna call you? You don't think they're gonna that same racist person not gonna call you the N-word? Come on, man. I'm trying to tell you, and no matter I didn't know he was in because I use outward. Inward, outward is racist, young lady. It doesn't matter. This was wrong with people. Use some critical thinking. There's nothing to entertain a racist about. I don't want to know nothing about a white supremacist, a Klansman, or nothing. It's already been told. I already studied. I already know what they're about. I know what they're about. Well, why do you feel that? Well, can I change him? No. The only one that can change their mind is God. I ain't changing a damn white supremacist mindset. It's not your job. They stuck with the belief. And they've been stuck with that belief for hundreds of years. And they still go try to teach that to the next generation until somebody grab them up. Stop doing stupid stuff like this. Leave the people alone. And that's it. And that's a good example. A devil is a devil. A demon is a demon. There's a difference between an angel of God and a demon. Why are you a demon? Because I don't like you. Because you're human. You're the image of God. Simple as that. I mean, what the heck do you don't understand? Satan don't like you. Why? Because you're the image of God. Simple as that. Well, it's gotta be. No. He hates you. He hates you before you was in your mother's womb. Damn. Same way with the freaking racists. When they hate you, they hate you. They don't think highly of you. Oh, I don't hate nobody. You don't like the human. You think half the human race is under you. You're a devil. You evil. Period. Simple as that. Well, I'm a Christian. You belong to Satan. And it's no getting away around it. Why can't people use common sense? Somebody crack racist, innuendo racist. They ain't gonna change. They ain't gonna change till you leave them alone and don't give them no entertain them. Let them entertain, be where they're at. But yet they should be shamed. And then the same racist people will probably attack one of mine and fresh and fit relatives. Don't know if their relatives was walking down the road. Stupid motherfuckers, man. Excuse me. I'm sorry. You think it's just for the American blacks? No. Racist people people don't like anybody. I don't know why they think that we don't like this segment of people because what you see on TV. Racist people don't like anybody's racist, and they will use another race to take down another race. They'll jump with the Hispanics to go against the blacks. They'll go with the blacks to jump against the Hispanics. That's what racist people do. They have a tendency of a devil. This is a history in this country. It's a history of that shit. Fact. That's what racist people do because they feel like they're the victors. That's evil. That's what Satan does. Get two people fighting against each other, he stands back. He gets the victory. Same concept. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, if you're a black woman, I don't have no problem with you married date. But damn, don't date someone that's a freaking bigot. For real. You know, if that's what you do, go you do. No one's going to judge you. No one's telling you, but damn. But if he don't have respect for you, he don't have respect for your people, what does that tell you? You could cut your own off? I'm just saying. You think that's going to be fine? Because without the black man, you wouldn't be here in existence. Fact. Just like the white woman without the white man wouldn't be here. Fact. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy this video. Next time, take care, and more foolishness to come. Alright then, take care.